You have to believe me, I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene.
So then what? So then where were you when the murder took place?
We talked about this yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room.
And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right?
Exactly. He told me to wait in the room because he'd be right back.
That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right? That's what it seems like. But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right?
Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room, still dressed in my stage clothes. When I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off.
Which means... It means the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max.
Fabulous! That's a fabulously possible possibility.
Well done, Nick.
However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go?
Double, Wow, Max, I never thought of that. You could be a detective or something.
Well, I was never quite sure what I wanted to be when I grew up. Magician or president. You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision.
That's really cool. Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper.
Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is back in session. Ms. Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case.
Very well, I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown with an unfunny distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand? Why'd you just call him a pitiful clown? The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Name and occupation!
Will the witness please inform the court why he's speaking autobiographical gibberish? Oh, I'm sorry.
I have completely forgotten the voice I did for him. Pardon me a minute. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited for the sort of occasion.
What in the world are you talking about? You're in a grand hall of justice, not a comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court.
Oh yeah, maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says no shirt, no shoes, no service. Okay, how about this? Have you met my proctologist, Dr. Seymour Butts? How was that one? But a couple of clowns are up to no good. Your name? Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown. You witnessed the scene around 10:15 that day of the murder, correct? Yes, it was.
Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify what you saw that evening?
A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafarian wanted...
Without the humour, please.
Okay. Poor Mo can't be his normal stoogy self in court. I know I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and a polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. But I keep trying. I even tried to come up with jokes just for today. This atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try and make everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone, what do you think of me? How am I doing?
That's not relevant. Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here?
Fitness? Huh? You've listened to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of the case.
Really? You'll hear me out?
Then I'll make sure one of my staff will be your straight man later.
Oh, thank you, I can't wait. Poor Gumshoe. Now that's settled, shall we begin once again with testimony?
Oh, of course we can. I'll talk as long as you want. The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how hard I tried that night. Woof, I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clunked the ringmaster on the head.
That's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now.
Of course you can. There's no way the account can be criticised.
However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter. Almost like he has an atmosphere of guilt surrounding him.
That must be because of my insincere smile.
Mr. Wright, please begin the defence's cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honour. Nick, you gotta find some sort of contradiction in his testimony.
I know. Mr. Wright, Your Honour, I'm afraid if you push this witness too far, it will bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you're not going to engage in pointless saber-rattling. I understand, Your Honour.
If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible.
Am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes. You say the practice wrapped up at around 10, correct?
See, that's the thing.
Huh?
How exactly am I supposed to make a joke about 10 p.m? Now 8 o'clock, that's something a clown can riff off of. Let's just pretend it was 8 o'clock, that way I can make a great joke.
Let's not. Let's not make it 8 p.m, alright, Mo?
What do you mean, let's not? Don't take the clown out of clowning around.
Come on, Nick, just listen to his joke. There are 3 reasons why I don't want to. 1, I probably won't laugh. 2, I'll get him with a penalty. 3, I'll get whipped. Well, the witness should proceed to his factual testimony. You're so boring. You were pooped that night?
Yes, I was very tired. Not to mention I had bad Mexican food.
What?
The double cheese double. Bean enchilada is a dangerous menu item. What happened after that? Well, let's say happens. That one was cool, huh? I hear the kids love toilet humor these days.
That joke was so hip, I don't want to ruin it with a reply. Oh, fuck off! I've got a good reply, though. The joke was so funny, it just earned you a penalty.
That's not my fault!
So just doing my due diligence gets me fucking penalised now. You just happened to glance out the window.
You could say that. You could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed.
Mr. Curls!
Oh, I guess synonyms aren't really allowed either.
I wonder if I should press him further on the issue. Exactly why did you look out your window that night?
Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they?
That's not what I mean. I mean that, well, when we spoke yesterday...
Once I took myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You forgot?
Your Honour, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not simply glance out of his window that night.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention the thump, didn't I? Ow! That's not something you'll just forget to mention.
Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony. Very well, Mr. Curls, please revise your testimony. This should start turning the tables in our favour. What was the sound like?
Well, I guess it kind of sounded like, I guess you could say...
Mr. Curls, may the court remind you the humour is unnecessary.
Oh, how do you know I was going to make a joke? I guess it kind of sounded like, suppose it was someone getting hit with something very hard. Yes, that's what I'd say it sounded like, honestly.
Someone getting hit.
What then? You went to look out the window and you saw...
Two silhouettes. Far away, you say? If you had to say exactly, how far away were they?
Let me think for a second. My room's here. They look yay big. They're about 30 feet from the window.
Just 30 feet? So it's not far at all?
It was snowing that night and cut down on visibility.
I see. Please continue your testimony regarding the two shadows you saw. You say you clearly saw this even though you were by your own admission far away.
That's right, I've been thinking about it over and over since that night. Things didn't really make sense until I spoke with the prosecutor, Miss Von Karma. Now I'm 100% certain it was Max and the ringmaster I saw that night. Just think about it. How could I be wrong if Max is always wearing his uppity symbols?
Uppity symbols?
Oh, lawyers nowadays, you really get to score it.
Repeating the fucking thing again, are we?
Everyone knows what to do. Together now, said with Uncle Mo.
Oh, you stink!
Ha, get fucked.
See what I mean? It's always like this. The crowd never wants to go along with me. I must really be utterly and completely worthless as a clown. Dowser! Enough foolishness. Get back on track.
Well, the witness testified of what he saw and only what he saw. You say you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head?
Yes, I did. It was the climax of my story.
He really does enjoy the completely random non sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with?
You mean the weapon? No idea. The weapon wasn't found at the scene, right?
That's not what I meant. You did say you see everything, didn't you?
Well, I suppose I did. Wait, no, I didn't see the weapon, huh?
Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night?
I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. You better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, you know what is waiting for you. A nice penalty. Fuck off!
Isn't that a bit melodramatic?
So what will it be, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have any clear basis to believe the witness did not see the crime?
I've got a great reason to make my claim.
And I suppose you'll be telling us the great reason?
Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony. What's the meaning of that, Mr. Wright? Mo said he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit. Yes, he said that. However, Modi stated the following under oath. I kept watching it and all of a sudden Max hit the ringmaster over the head. If most had believed when he says he looked out the window upon hearing a sound, there's no way he could have seen Max clonk anyone. Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Wright's assessment?
They didn't commit. The clowns promptly escaped from the maximum security clown car.
Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger the court?
No, I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory.
Great job, Nick. These types of witnesses always seem to have selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth.
Well,
Oh, are you back from your jog?
Well, it pretty much happened the way I said.
Pretty much.
When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps of my statement.
Von Karma. Tampering with witnesses again. So you only say you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster?
Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out.
Checked out?
Yep, on permanent vacation, as they say.
Mr. Curls!
Your Honor?
You did not witness the actual crime, however you still say you saw the criminal, correct?
Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over next to someone's silhouette next to him.
Very well, please testify to this silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. And if I catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it?
Got it. It was a bit far away, but the shadow could have only belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw the uppity symbols. His hat, the black cloak, they were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt it was him. The cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying.
No mention of the roses, huh? It does seem the defendant was at the scene of the crime.
took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever, this should finally be good enough, yes?
It is decisive testimony.
Was Max really at the crime scene that night? He said he wasn't there. We have to believe in that.
Okay, Mr. Wright, commence your cross-examination.
Do another safety save in case it hits me with another random penalty. Don't you think you're going a little overboard with how explicit you're being? That shadow belonged to Max is an awfully firm statement, don't you think? What are you getting at? I'm just saying that one of your fellow performers' lives is on the line here. Are you truly 100% absolutely certain it was Max? I'm not the kind of person who would lie about something as serious as this. The silhouette I saw was Max. I'm convinced of this. Doesn't seem like it's jumping to any conclusions this time. Let's go over it again then. What makes you so sure you saw Max that night? Uppity symbols. Trillo said the same thing, but if it was just the symbols, then even I could have been wearing them. What if someone had just taken Max's symbols and worn them? I thought of that myself. Just looking at the shape of the face I saw, it must have been Max.
You're sure of that?
Such a silly little boy. He threw his entire case headlong into a trap.
You sure that's what you saw that night?
Exactly what I said exactly what I said I saw is exactly what I saw. I've got eyes like a hawk. Don't birds have terrible night vision? That's not all I saw. His face was silhouetted, but there's no doubt it was him. You were able to see that kind of detail from your window? There was a likeness to the scene of the crime. Anyone with decent eyesight could have been able to see that much. Out of curiosity, Mo, what is your eyesight like? I can see like a hawk out of my left eye and an eagle out of my right eye. The records say that eyesight is the perfect 20/20. That must mean he could have seen the crime scene clearly.
The more we look into this matter, the more suspicious it becomes.
Hey, you asked me what my eyesight was like, not what it actually was.
So you didn't actually see what the criminal was holding?
That's correct. I've been curious to know what caused such a loud noise. Must have been something incredibly hard.
Too bad they haven't found the murder weapon to know for sure. They claim it was a blunt
object. At least it says so in the autopsy report.
With Trillo's testimony and now Mo's, it really seems like Max is the killer.
Nick, you gotta find a contradiction in this.
It's not going to be enough.
What?
I have to prove Mo saw someone other than Max that night. It's the only thing that'll help. I gotta do it. Silk hat, black cloak, they were all there. No mention of the roses, though. Emblazoned with Max's famous three symbols. The hat, the cloak, the roses. Also the cape isn't black. You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols.
I suppose so. The silk hat and the cloak, right?
Mo. Everyone knows Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols.
3 symbols? Yeah, everyone get ready. All together now.
Silk hat, cloak, white roses.
What the? Who cares if he knows they were there 3 or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. that right, Mo?
Do you like pie? I love pie. 3.1 foot.
Silence, fool! You actually respond with the whole truth, non-fractions!
Order! Order! Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you?
To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw. The crime scene was dark. It was obviously too dark to see the kind of detail.
The witness said he was able to see a silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them.
Then the verses must have found Offen's independent assaulted the victim.
If that's the case, the police would have found them near the crime scene. Mr. Wright, are these ripe roses truly material to the facts of the case?
Clearly not. He's just toying with the court.
I got her on the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet. Someone's toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honour, do you recall Trillo's testimony? There's no way I could have mistaken someone wearing those three ridiculous symbols. How can he mistake someone with a crazy cat up in a nose stuck up so high? How can you forget that someone wearing such a snobby, a free, a piece of get-up? Trillo saw them all. Trillo saw all three of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there are no roses on the person he saw. There's absolutely no doubt this is a contradiction. Now what am I supposed to think? One's supposed to disregard the pointless, but this...
Judge, forget the roses. Think about his other testimony. The witness stated without a doubt he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Wrap up the case now.
Your Honour, it may be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case. Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems unlike wine, the witness has not grown mature with age.
I'm not mature?
I've come to a conclusion. I am 99% certain the witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable. Which means for my peace of mind, I'm going to request more testimony.
What?
If there are no more contradictions in the next statement, I'm prepared to issue a ruling. A ruling?
Nick, this is your last chance. There is no doubt in my mind there were no white roses that night. However, all the other symbols were there. I am equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat. There's no way I'd forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time he was there on the scene.
Mr. Wright, one last chance at this. Just one chance. I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against this witness. If you're going to prove to me there is a contradiction with Mr. Curl's statement, you better have at least a shred of evidence to back up the accusations. I've only got a single shot at this. I've got to be careful. I understand, Your Honour. One chance is all I'll need. So what, can I not just press all the statements again? Mo, be honest.
Ow! You promised Mr. Phoenix Fight no more badgering. Hope you enjoy the penalty.
I'm finished. Excuse me, I'm the one handing out the penalty. Ow!
Witness, continue your testimony.
You're not going to whip me too, are you?
Maybe after court, if you're into that kind of thing.
What the fuck? But
Isn't it kind of pointless if you only whip me after court?
yeah, I'm not taking that penalty. Fuck off. So I can't press at all then. He was wearing it the entire time he was on the scene. But the hat was found at the scene, meaning it would have to have come off. So... Aha! This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it?
Yep, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing that night.
No question in your mind.
Exactly how do one mistake a thing like that?
I see. Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright? Miss Von Karma, where exactly was this silk hat found?
Oh, Monsieur always asked these questions. It was found at the crime scene. The crime scene? That means...
The silk hat fell off at the crime scene. The witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated he was wearing it the entire time he was on the scene.
Oh, that's not true.
Order! 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 Mr. Curls!
Yes, Your Honor.
What is the meaning of all this? God, why is he so pissed? You're old enough to know better than to behave like this in court.
Hey, that's just not right. That's so harsh.
What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, among other things.
Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess, you just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You don't have to go and insult my eyesight or memory. They're both great. Seriously, why? Just because you're sick...
Okay, he's...
No matter how old I get, I'll always be younger than you!
Enough of the childish outburst, Mr. Curls. Who do you think you are?
I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing that dumb hat. I'm telling the truth.
He's turned into a bratty little kid. It is pitiful, isn't it?
He left the scene wearing the dumb hat. I was there. He was there.
He left the scene? What's the matter, Nick? There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo?
What do you want?
You just said he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime?
What? He went... What do you mean, how did he leave the scene? Can't ask me that. Mr. Phoenix fights his batteries of Victor Shana.
The witness's testimony is full of holes, Miss Von Karma's protest is useless. You've got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. If that's all right with you, little guy.
Don't talk to me like I'm a baby! Besides, what kind of stupid question is how to leave the crime scene? The answer's obvious. You just turned around and walked away.
That's what I expected you'd say. You're sure that's how it happened?
What?
I'm not sure I know where you're going with this. Boys nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things. Do you have any proof to counter his story how the criminal left the scene? Yep. Where's his footprints?
Take that!
Look at this picture. The problem is the footprints in the snow. Footprints? In the photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there.
Ay, ay,
So, Mo, how exactly did the criminal escape the scene?
he...
Your Honour, the witness has already proven his testimony is unreliable. I move to strike all of his testimony from the record. I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came to court in.
Wait just a second. You guys can't ignore everything I've said. Fine, I'll tell you the truth this time. You'll wait a second. I think you've said more than enough for today. That didn't hurt. I'm sick of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear.
I don't know why, but I get a feeling that things are going to get worse before they get better. Mr. Lawrence Curls.
Yes?
The testimony you provide up until now has been false.
It hasn't been false. I haven't lied.
It's just what?
I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Karma and her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw.
Order! Order! I will have order! Franziska von Karma, how could you?
Your Honor, if you heard the truth from the witness, you would have had exactly the same opinion as mine.
And what opinion is that?
It's not funny.
That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you say you saw, Mr. Curls.
You're not going to believe this one, but it's true, I tell you. Try not to waste your time with idiotic drivel. Now it's time for our next segment, No-Nos. Everything I've said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing the roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. That's when I saw he... But this is the truth now, get ready for it. He flew. He jumped up and flew into the air. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness. That's why there's no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints. I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now?
Well, that was, how'd you put this into words?
Maximilian Galactico is a world-class magician. But to leave the scene of a crime by flying? There's no way that's actually happened.
You're right.
Why is she right? You believe the other witnesses? Why won't you believe me? Switcher Six is the best part of the story.
To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about the witness's testimony, Mr. Wright?
What he just said was so strange, I don't think he could have made it up.
Which means he's telling the truth?
That's what I think. Nick, wait! That means Max actually used magic. Yikes, you're right. Ow! Only that foolish-looking fool could be fooled by such foolish fool's foolish dream. Don't be ridiculous, magic does not exist.
I suppose I'll let you all in on my own thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that, but I just can't wrap my head around how it could actually happen.
You imbecile.
If you disregard a need for proof, Ms. Von Karma's case is sound. However, I have the feeling this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's an undisputed fact the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. I believe that's enough for today. Court is adjourned. Hey, sweeties, what in the world is going on?
That's what I want to know. They say the criminal flew off into the sky and disappeared. Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you?
I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please, it's not that easy.
But it looks so effortless for you on stage.
It's not that simple. I'm not actually flying on stage. I'll use invisible wires and have them hoist me in the air.
Wow, you just told me the secret to your magic.
No, I broke the first rule, the cardinal rule, the only rule.
I'm sorry, Max. We made you break Magician's Creed to never reveal the secret to their tricks. Nick, what do we do now? All we can do now is hope we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow. Great idea. Let's do our best and catch this sucker.